Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching The Witcher Blood Origin Season 1, Episode 2 of Dreams, Defiance, and Desperate Deeds. And we have a lot of those going around. I really enjoyed the first episode. I am excited to follow the rest of this journey. I talked about a lot. Kind of felt like the beginning of my last reaction was really negative, but I was just kind of really like, the world right now, when you think about the Witcher franchise, is a little negative. But I'm really enjoying this show, and I'm excited to see where it goes next. So let's go. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions to The Witcher on my Patreon. 2 weeks in advance, edited version, 1 week in advance, and let's go. Also, when I was editing, I remembered, of course, it was Brother Death or Dr. Death or whatever his name is. Brother Death, I think. And he was the dude that was in the tavern when they were in the tavern in Prithia or whatever, I think. So I did remember who the 7th person was.
Fair enough, Gwen. Good point.
I mean, it's good to have friends. Yeah, I hope these are bad people.
Name's Melda.
This is one way to save money on stunt coordination. Okay, so why is she out for blood?
Starving citizens are a recipe for rebellion.
Try it. If it doesn't work.
I mean, this head mage dude is only interested in power.
Only thing of any value in this place seems to be you lot.
Enemies of the Golden Empire! Toss out your weapons!
Oh lord. Yep.
Where's the back door?
Lucky there were so many soldiers nearby.
Find us a clan, and we may just make it out.
They come in small numbers. I don't know that they would come in like this. Like, I feel like maybe a few would, but then the army will just stop and just be like, well, wait out here. You'll need food eventually. We can wait. I don't think that they would let them choke them off because they know that in an enclosed space they'll have the advantage. I suppose they think they can just overwhelm them with their numbers, but just chill outside.
Get back in formation!
She's letting her emotion get the best of her, and the choke point is no longer there. Oh fuck. Your emotion got the better of you then. I mean, yeah, inevitably numbers, they probably could batter them down if they had infinite. That works too. Exactly. Why did you waste all those men? Things haven't got off to the best start, but you know, it's early days.
The little boy is starving.
Just a desperate... I mean, murdering her, what good was that gonna do? She's not going hungry while the Empire starves, is she?
Now this one shall be my protector. He's already proven himself. What is your name?
Poor guy.
Let us handle things.
For your own safety.
Yeah, you're not really Empress.
As
I mean, they
Ayla
shouldn't
fell
underestimate
still and
her.
continued to themselves become the hunted.
Mm-hmm. Because he is. Well, yeah. Now, does he want the bounty? Doesn't want them to see in how much pain she is.
Some sad accident. And since they know I've chosen you as my protector, they will most likely kill you too.
She's using you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to die.
Yes, I'm afraid you probably will. Yes. There are consequences to power grabs. Your brother was trying to come up with a plan that would stop this, and I don't agree with marrying you off, but it... Yep. Her songs spread among the people. She's also not too happy with the state of affairs. You could maybe turn him to your side. She'll know his weakness. She'll use that against him.
So let it slip. You're going to get yourself killed.
And a lot of other people in the city killed when they starved to death.
His own deadly
I feel like in a way this show and all short form series' biggest struggle, especially if you have a big cast of characters, is often with longer form shows that have multiple seasons, you can spend 3 or 4 episodes getting to know the setting and the characters and like establishing why the characters do what they do and who they are. Whereas when a show is only 4 episodes long, you have to do a lot of that kind of like, I don't know, you have to very quickly establish who the characters are, and it might not it as well, or you have to labour at home a little bit more, like, quickly. I don't know, but I still think we should have had 6 episodes of this show.
By the time you all realise it'll be too late.
Everyone
I've
is...
transformed.
Oh god, what's he gonna transform into? He knows you're there.
We're gonna kill the Empress. And anyone else who took part in her coup.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bold game. Bold claim, even.
I thought that I was done with killing. Seems like
Apparently
killing
not.
isn't done with me.
And that is a refrain we can all agree that they seem to be joining in on.
So,
I don't even know how to
join
phrase
your
things
little
anymore. My brain
story.
is... I believe you will be joining us. I mean, we need all the people we can
How
get.
good are you with those cleavers?
Well, most folks call me Brother Death.
I'm sorry I forgot about you.
Take you to a healer
A mage.
of sort. She's different.
Is this one of the mages that's going to join us?
I don't know that she'll help.
Take us to your healer.
We don't really have a choice.
Try and make it to the other side.
Great, try! Just get to the other side. None of this is real.
Back in the fight, brother!
Oh fuck, his brother's death. Get up and walk to the other side.
I forgot a lot of things.
Oh fuck. This is no wonder she walked away from it all. No wonder she left. Gotta keep moving, people. It's nice to learn about your traumatic pasts.
Zachary's mists need a pure signal to read you honestly.
He's involved in all of this shit!
Fuck. Is that actually him or like his twin brother, or did he escape?
To punish Syndrel, it's me.
He's escaped?
Yeah, I will.
Good for him.
Right now, your friend's in dire need of healing.
Then do it.
Follow me.
Her little tells.
You do scare me a little bit.
When I'd been in a room, I loved her. You see,
It's
I
grief.
really did.
The world of elves was far from done with her.
Yeah, you got a crew to join.
Where are you taking us?
Why are the children here?
An invention.
Christ, she said she wanted anything. And this crazy man was like, I'll bring you children. I want power. You're a monster.
The world lies at your feet.
At least it was quick. For their sake.
Unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like pure chaos.
Requires true sacrifice.
What do you mean?
The children were just tokens.
What do you mean, true sacrifice?
And so far, this man, like, yes, he was part of an evil murderer's coup, but he does seem to be the only person that is currently caring. I mean, she kind of cares about the people, but she was like, I've yet to learn what he thought he was going to gain from the coup.
I propose we show Balor that the crown and military are as one. That he answers to our empire, not the other way around.
He's also an unstable chaos mage now.
Why should I
Chaos-ish.
take the risk?
Sure that Fial Stoneheart is brought back to me, alive.
Fuck.
He's more likely to cut your throat than grace you with an heir.
The circumstances change.
So she truly loves him.
Gods can become allies.
But if you want an heir, there are probably
Do we
easier
see
men
eye
to
to eye?
use because, you know, you murdered everyone he cares about other than you.
This could be a new beginning.
I mean, it could, but you definitely need to think about it before you agree. Well, you know, alive is good.
Thank you.
She was preparing to die earlier.
Merwin slit your sister's throat herself.
Fuck. How does he know that?
I speak the
What a
truth.
girl he loved.
We have mere suns before our world is ripped apart.
So is that, do they do the
The
conjunction
end of our
because it
world is
stops
upon us unless
We
the
need
problems?
to destroy the master monolith in Zintreya. Travel between the monoliths themselves is possible. We stand a better chance together
Interesting.
than
Would that still be
apart.
true with the monoliths today?
gods
I
brought
mean,
us
today,
together.
you know, Witcher time.
We'll protect you. You destroy the monolith, and we'll take down Merwin and our beast.
Interesting. I mean, we need to get going because so much still has to happen. Probably not a good thing that Istrid is so keen on studying these things, is it? He could create similar problems. Oh god.
It should have worked.
Oh my god, are they in a different world?
Get us back to our world.
You don't know what that is, don't touch it. Oh god, yeah, monster.
What the fuck is that? Go!
God, they're not even at a monolith. Oh god. I sort of really enjoying this show. I do think it's moving, given how much story I'm pretty sure we have to cover, it is going fairly, like this episode was kind of slow, but then I also do understand that this has got a big ensemble cast and they do need to introduce them. I'm just failing to understand why they didn't let it have 6 episodes so it could breathe a little bit more. But that isn't to say I'm not enjoying it. I'm just thinking like it could be better, because it's already really good. It could be even better than that if it had just been given the time to breathe, for us to get to know these characters, to care about them. You know, at the moment, I care about the world, I care about the ordinary people, and I you know, I'd like these 6 to survive. 7, they haven't met her yet. I mean, we've met her, they haven't. But I don't care, if that makes sense. You know, I don't have a full grasp on exactly what is motivating certain characters to do certain things. You have most of a grasp, but like, why did the commander of the army want to do the coup? Like, obviously he didn't agree with everything the king was doing. He didn't think that the peace would last. He didn't think, or he thought it was important to keep doing the war and not. He wasn't fussed about famine when the king was like, the war is causing famine. But now he's like, oh, this Meldorf, oh, not Meldorf, the dwarf, I don't remember his name, the mage dude, he's just not, I don't like him. You know, I don't quite know why he wanted the coup. I presume just more power for himself. I guess Merwin wanted it because she didn't want to be married off to some random person. She wanted to be at the head of another golden age. She wanted power and personal glory. She does maybe vaguely care about the ordinary people, but definitely from her ivory tower of like, well, I'm the empress, but it's a bit of a shame they're suffering. And then obviously the mage, knowing that he's lowborn initially as well, he is just full out for power and doesn't believe anybody else should have more power than him. And it's very intriguing to sort of think about what these different drives of power will do to both them and to the world around them. It will never be the same as a result of these individuals and their lust for power. Now the idea of Merwin and commander of the army, I can't remember his name, working together against the mage, it makes sense. Merwin isn't stupid, and I'm sorry if I'm getting people's names wrong. I do have CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome, myalgic encephalomyelitis, which one of its symptoms is brain fog, and I do find that just remembering characters' names has become harder for me since I was ill, and it's really irritating. But Merwin and the commander of the guard working together, commander of the army, it makes sense. They are both, you know, highborn. They both kind of want a continuation of what was before, just on their terms. And what the mage wants is total reconstruction of everything. But he also has magic, and he's going to have chaos magic. I mean, obviously he had the flame and then it burnt out. Does that mean that killing the children, that's all he got was one little flame? It's also interesting that he used fire magic instinctively, and that is the magic that in the current day, it's a big deal, and it's like forbidden magic, and the fact that Yennefer used it at the battle was a big deal. So it's kind of, it's telling that maybe his first instinct was the evil magic. I don't know, or at least the dangerous magic. But I need to kind of, I feel like I would like a bit more of a grip on why they're doing what they're doing, but at the same time, do they know that the monoliths are causing problems? Do they know? I mean, are they causing the famine? Is it what they're doing with the monolith and they're traveling to other worlds? Stressful. So the whole bank situation was, you know, I got why they wanted the money. they should have just barricaded them in and set it on fire to begin with, though they managed to escape. Does the Empire now consider them dead, or did they, once it had burnt down, go in and find that there were no human remains or elven remains and then be like, oh, we didn't get them? The idea of needing sellswords, and now that, I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, just how much money would you need to pay somebody to go up against an entire empire? Like, I feel like you'd need to rob like every bank. But the 6/7 of them, I obviously don't know quite yet how they're going to meet Meldorf, her name's something like that. They can do it, I'm sure. Again, I don't know. Obviously, it's just so hard, isn't it? How on earth are they going to do it? But at the same time, if they're not expected, whether it's they do manage to arrive through the monolith or whatever, if they're assumed dead, or it's just assumed that, well, you know, 7 people can sneak far more than like an army of sellswords could sneak, they do need to do something with the monoliths. But it's just so interesting because obviously it's trying to wrap my head around where I know this is going with where it is now. Like, I know the conjunction of the spheres is going to happen. I know that the monoliths are going to be used to do that. I know that they're going to create a Witcher to help deal with the monsters that they've unleashed on the world, or that have been unleashed on the world. And from what the storyteller said, it seems as though these 7 are going to be the ones that are behind all of this. So in order to, is it kind of too late at this point? Like, the monolith, the connections have been made, so the only thing to do is to conjunct the spheres. I'm just excited to see how it all pans out, and how Merwin and her coup and everything is going to tie into that, because we're still focusing so much on that, on those characters, that they're not just a bland enemy that we're going to go deal with. That in this show, with its limited time, they're choosing to spend this time telling Merwin's story. So I'm intrigued to find out why and how it's all going to shape up. And the fact that she still thinks Fiona's going to come and like give her a baby, it is a little crazy. You murdered everyone. You murdered his family. As much as they had just kicked him out, I don't think he's going to be too fond of you for that one. So I am enjoying how this is shaping up. Meeting the new characters, properly meeting Brother Death, meeting the 2 mages. Again, we kind of met one of them. They're an interesting bunch. I'm looking forward to them. See, I want to say I'm looking forward to them kind of forming bonds and becoming like more of a group, rather than just a group of individuals who have a common goal. But there are only 2 episodes left, so there's not that much time for that to happen. But we've already kind of seen it with Fiel, Ayla, and Skeen. I hope I'm getting their names right. How are they going to meet Meldorf? How are they going to get off of this other world they're in? They seem to be in the monster world rather than the human world. They're not at a monolith or an equivalent in that world. Can he open another portal? I'm just really intrigued to see where this is all going. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance. And thank you so much for watching.